Good morning, good afternoon. Bert sa Pilipinas, kay Jaycon sa Pilipinas, kay Roel sa Taiwan at kay Sika. So, ang topic natin ngayon ay nasa page 252, Introduction to Meditation, 193 to 197. At matatapos tayo dun sa freeing of the consciousness. So, bago tayo magsimula doon sa 193, magbalik-aral tayo tungkol doon sa sinabing clear view. Yun ang ating pag-aaral doon sa nakaraan clear view. Sige, basahin ko uli ang meaning niya. The clear view is a direct and deep-reaching insight into the characteristic of all existence, namely into its passingness, enduring of Leiden, and egolessness and substancelessness. Yun. So, yung mali yung ibig sabihin ng clear view now, direct and deep-reaching insight into the characteristics. So, anong ibig sabihin noon? Pag-unawa, malalim na diretso at malalim na pang-unawa natin, malalim na paningin o sa kabuuan ng atin ba yon? Existence ba natin sa aking katao? Nay, it's into its enduring, mapalakas yung kabutihan at ang egolessness. So, yung egolessness, self-explanatory siya. Siya ay wala. Kumbaga hindi natin napapahalagahan yung ating isang sarili, egolessness and substancelessness. Para yung walang kasaysayan, hindi napapahalagan. Whoever does not exist, abstract cognizance of the purely intellectual remains non-binding personal life, but it is rather knowledge of the truth which is acquired based of the repeated, clearly and distinct with one's own physical and psychical. So, sinabi pa rin na yung clear view na yon ay hindi wala doon sa abstract o sa ang hirap ipaliwanag, ano? So, yung clear view ay explanatory naman na malinaw. Dahil yung ating mga sinundan pag-aaral ay ginamitan siya ng pure observation at saka pure attentiveness. So, parang materials ni B ay gumagamit siya ng mga term, pure observation at saka pure attentiveness. Tapos pinapalalim pa, dinagdagan pa ng clear view. Clear view, kumbaga isang maliwanag na larangan kung nasusundan natin yung pure observation at saka pure attentiveness. Ganun siya parang hindi lang isang definition lang, dadagdagan pa niya ng yun, ang pangatlo, clear-sightedness, na para tayo ay natin ay pagpalaya ng ating kamalayan, ay dinadagdag pa niya para maintindihan natin lalo ang meaning ng pagpapalaya ng ating ating kamalayan. So sinabi dito na kung na nararating na natin yung step by step na pure observation, pure attentiveness at saka clear view, yung pangatlo, ay, ma makikita natin talaga na yung realidad, totohanan na sa ating mga karanasan kung nagagawa nga natin ito, ay nagiging mas maliwanag sa atin yung realidad. Nagbanggit ng realidad, ng katotohanan. So, tayo sa ating sarili ang makakapagsabi niyan kung atin nga itong nagagawa. Hindi halos hindi kayang ipaliwanag sa salita lang kung hindi natin ito pina-practice yung pagpapalaya ng ating consciousness. Sa pagpapalaya ay napapalaya natin world of thoughts kasi nga itong thoughts na ito ay sa pamamagitan ng ating pananahimik parang 'di ba tatanggalin naman natin yung thoughts, 'di ba na hindi siya madaling gawain. So din yung world of thoughts kumbaga, maraming daming dala-dala, maraming bagahe na oo, overload na-o-overload tayo sa maraming mga dala-dala ng ating isip at nakakaapekto ng ating kamalayan, ng ating consciousness at gano'n din siyempre na na ito yung kaya nga natin pinag-aaralan ay dahil nga doon sa tayo ay sa patungo doon sa malayang pananahin. So, ang medyo basahin ko pa yung 192. Belonging to the kind of the clear view mission the thing of the inner and outer personal processes, pure in order in such to be witness, living, greed are of the same kind. Yun. Ang ngayon nagiging yung pagbanggit ng blindness siyempre, um, merong kasamang nabubulagan tayo sa mga paniniwala. So na kasama yon sa pagpapalaya ng ating consciousness. Tapos itong cravings, ang ibig sabihin, tiningnan ko sa dictionary, pleasing others. Kumbaga meron tayo sa ating sabihin natin sa ating psyche, sa ating consciousness, yung lagi tayong nagpi-please ng ibang tao. Parang ugali na natin yun na hindi natin alam, gusto ba na self-centered ba tayo? Self-centered ba na gusto natin nagpi-please tayo ng mga tao, kasama na yun, parang parang ang tawag ko dun ano, nagkukunwari, parang nabubuhay tayo sa hindi totoo dahil nagpi-please tayo ng lagi ng maraming tao and then tayo din naman in the end ang magbabaoy kumbaga nagbabaoy tayo meaning, "Ay ginawan ko na siya ng mabuti, talagang tinulungan ko siya bata pa." Halimbawa hanggang ano, parang, nagbibigay din sa atin ng stress yung pagpi-please natin sa ibang tao, pagpi-please natin. Bakit parang, nature na natin ang gano'n, tapos nature din natin yung nambabawi. So anong meaning nito, bakit gano'n? Tanungin natin bakit gano'n? Yun ba, dala-dala ng tao talaga. Ito ba'y kasama doon sa eto yung blindness sinasabi, kasama kaya doon itong, ah, nakagawian o talagang sabihin nating lahat ng tao nagpi-please ng ibang tao, eh, hmm. Pero ang naidudulot naman nito sa atin, eh, yun, hate, greed, and all evils the same kind or related. Hmm, sige basahin katapusan kung bakit may gano'n. Mm, 'yan rin. To a certain dito na tayo magpapaliwanag at hihingan ng karagdagang paliwanag. Agree and in this up in initial observation where to a dramatization of the consciousness, this
Helen, yung
follows,
internet
find
mo nagbe-break ka.
nagbi-break. Eh, kasi cellphone ang ginagamit ko, nagluluko itong aking laptop. Hindi laptop ang ginamit ko. Oo, binago ko yung yung posisyon ng aking cellphone. So, ulitin ko 193. Sige tulong-tulong tayo 'no, kasi medyo mabigat ang 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 dating sa akin mabigat na kailangan may mga karagdagang paliwanag, eh, sa bawat isa sa atin. To a certain degree and in limited time, this cognition already appeared to the human being during the initial pure observation, where through a gradual acclimatization of the consciousness, the subconsciousness and the psyche to the mountain air of the clear view cognition follows, finely graduated so that no overloading arises and the evolution does not get harmed. Yun. So, dumarating kung na-a-acquire na natin yung clear view, kumbaga, eh, yun ang pinaka-ending. Kumbaga yun na sumadsad na tayo doon sa talagang maliwanag na ang ating, ah, pag, pagtingin, yung cognition nga maliwanag, parang kakaiba na yung ating mga sabihin natin yung ating pananaw ay nagiging kakaiba, nagiging yun ngang yung pagiging blindness, yung dumating tayo dun sa puntong yung neutral positive, yun ang pinupunto natin, eh, yun ang pupuntahan natin, eh. So, dinadaanan natin itong prosesong ito ay naaayos ang ating kamalayan, ang subconscious, yung psyche siyempre naaayos natin. And so yung ito binanggit yung overloading. So ibig sabihin, kung ano man yung dinadala ng ating pag-iisip ay nababawasan. Totoo naman, 'di ba sabi natin na parang gumaan yung buhay natin dahil sa maraming basura na dala natin sa mahabang panahon. Natanggal na kasi hindi na tayo bias, hindi na tayo nagja-judge masyado, kumbaga'y tahimik, payapa, neutral. At kahit nga yung sobrang pagbibigay natin sa ating kapwa medyo nababawasan dahil ano ba yung pagpi-please natin sa ating kapwa, eh, baka mamaya nga yun ay self-centered lang tayo o at nasosobrahan kumbaga'y nasosobrahan yung ating pagbibigay, sa'yo lang tayo din naman ang makaka-discover nun, eh. kung tayo ay sumosobra o kumbaga'y wala na sa cognition pag-please natin sa ating kapwa, tayo na rin ang makakadiskubre nun palagay ko. Parang
Agree.
makikita oo, oo.
If I may po.
Tayo na sige dagdagan mo Jaycon.
Kasi ako relate po ako diyan sa relate po ako diyan sa ano na yan na talagang minsan sobrang people pleaser ko na kung saan ako napapasok ng mga organization eh. Kasi ayoko mag-turn down ng mga tao, ganyan ganito. Tapos nag-edit ako ng mga videos, mga ganyan ganito. May nakilala lang ako sa Facebook community tapos yung may nakilala lang ako, hindi ko man nakita personal. Tapos nung nag-request sa akin na pag-edit ko siya ng video, pumayag ako nung walang bayad kasi ayaw ko siyang tanggihan. So parang nung natatandaan ko yung point na yun na ginawan ko ng isang video, yung isa, hindi ko naman kilala personal pero nakilala ko lang sa Facebook. Ang tanga-tanga ko. Parang gusto ko sakalin yung dati. sorry sa word yung parang napaka-vulnerable ko eh. Parang habang ginagawa ko yun, habang pinag-edit ko siya ng hindi ko man alam mo yung wala sa loob ko na ginagawa yung ginagawa ko. Parang tino-torture ko yung sarili ko literal. Sa totoo lang. Hanggang sa na-realize kong unhealthy siya sa totoo lang. Kasi para bang nabubuhay ka para sa iba. Tapos, yun nga, yung natutunan ko at the end of the day, may kanya-kanya tayong mga threshold sa buhay na unahin mo muna talaga yung sarili mo bago yung iba. Tsaka natutunan ko din na ang taong hindi makatanggi ay sasamantalan ng lipunan. Kasi nabubuhay tayo sa lipunang mapanamantala. So kung ikaw ay mahiyain na hindi makatanggi, para sa akin magiging miserable ang buhay mo. So yun, kung hindi mo na balanse.
Oo. Ako nga ngayon marami din akong mga pagbibigay na ginawa sa nakaraan. Parang nagigising na rin ako unti-unti. Unti-unti na rin na pinapaisip sa akin na, teka, ano ba, yung tama yung sabi mo Jayco na hindi healthy, hindi na siya healthy. Yung pagbibigay na ginagawa ko.
Yung pagbibigay ko na nga, yung in terms sa may i-request sila sa akin na mga ganyan-ganito, mga pabor. So, hindi naman usually material na binibigay, kundi yung pabor na ganyan-ganito, pwede bang bukas samahan mo ko. Alam mo yung gagawa ka pa ng time kahit pa napipilitan ka lang. Yung mga ganon.
Sige.
So ngayon is, pag sinabi ko hindi ako pwede, marami akong ginagawa, kahit wala akong ginagawa. So, kasi dati kapag tatanggi ako, iniisip ko pa, baka nasaktan ko yung damdamin niya kasi tinurn down ko yung request niya, ganito. Iisipan ko pa yun. Yun pa yung nagpapaano ng torture sa sarili ko. Pero, sa totoo lang, wala naman sa pakialam. Masarap pa nga tulog niya gabi eh. Samantalang ako, iniisip ko ba kung malungkot ba siya sa akin kasi tinanggihan ko siya. Pero siya, wala lang. Yung realidad talaga ng buhay, wala lang sa kanya yan. Pero ako kasi medyo may pagka-overthinker ako. So ngayon is, buti na lang is, naalis ko na sa akin yun, yung mga ganun. Kasi pag tinanggihan ko talaga, wala na akong pake. I don't give a care. Kahit ano. Kasi may sarili akong buhay. Okay lang po.
Tama yun. So, siyasatin na natin ang ating mga sarili dahil ako dumaan sa ganyan, dumaan din ako. And then, gusto kong parang nakalimutan mo talaga din ang sarili mo dahil sa iba. Napabayaan mo din ang sarili mo dahil sa iba. Akala mo, yun ang talagang tamang-tama, pero nag-suffer ka din in the end doon sa pangyayaring yun. So, sa isang banda rin, kung nag-suffer ka at, sinisi mo pabalik ang sarili mo, bakit ko ba yun nagawa, yung mga gano'n. Ay mali din sa atin, nagtuturo din sa atin para, yung evolution, siguro papasok dun yung evolution na ma hindi naman sa magiging madamo tayo, gano'n ang ating time o kung ano man yung ating naibigay, hindi naman sa nagmamadamo tayo kung hindi, unahin muna siguro natin yung sarili natin kung tayo ba ay magbibigay ba ito ng kaguluhan ng ating pag-iisip, magdadala ba yung ating emosyon, magi-guilty ba tayo katulad nung sabi mo Jayco na baka nagalit nung sabihin na no, siguro, na rin yung na binigay sa atin kung ano man yung nangyari in the past, dumaan na yun. So ako, nasa present na ako ngayon, nasa present na at yung present na ito ay nakapagbigay sa akin ng kaliwanagan, okey lang yung nakaraan, limutin na lang natin yun, dumaan na yun, eh. Yung
Ah,
halimbawa ay naramdaman mong na-guilty ka, okey lang, sige. Ngayon natin yung ating kaliwanag, yung cognition natin at yan.
opo, totoo po yun. Tita Helen, nakataas po ng kamay si Nanay Rebecca.
Okey, aba, oy, sige go ahead kapatid.
Lang po kasi ako doon sa sinabi ng aking anak na si Jaycon na
Oo,
yung kanyang experience. Kasi nakarelate po ako dahil ganun din po kasi ako na para po ba yung sa pagbibigay na kahit po noon hanggang ngayon, pero yung po pang pagbibigay na hindi ako nagko-question pag may lumapit. Parang wala ako ng sabi ko nga parang stupid ako na pagka sinabing gano'n hindi na ako nagdadalawang isip na baka ako, baka yun, hindi naman totoo, hihingi ng ganito, hihingi ng gano'n. Basta meron ako, binibigay ko. Hindi naman maliit lang, medyo malaki rin naman. So ngayon, dumarating yung etong mga time na 'to, na gano'n pa din, lumalapit, hihiram, hindi magbabayad, humihingi, tapos gano'n, 'di bibigyan, panggamot, pang-doktor, pang-ano dun sa anak, pambayad sa kuryente, mga gano'n po ba. Wala daw sila
mm.
ng ano, puputulan sila ng kuryente, mawawalan sila ng ganito, wala silang kakainin, yung mga anak niya walang kakanin. So, para po ba yung 'pag hindi ko binigyan, parang hindi ako mapakali, parang guilting-guilty ako. Sabi ko, "Paano kung 'di sila kumain? Paano kung maputulan silang kuryente?" Gano'n ba buhay yung bang nagkakaroon ng gano'n, parang parang yung problem nila absorb ko na ako ang nagkakaroon tuloy ng problem sa
Oo,
sarili ko. Kaya ang nangyayari, pagka kung meron ako, ibibigay ko, pero up to the point na ngayon nga po, up to the point na sabi ko, nag-iisip din ako, tama ba yun? Parang narinig ko nga lang po kasi kay Jaycon, tama ba yun? Tama pa ba yung aking tinutungo na 'to? Tama pa ba itong ginagawa ko na 'to? Kasi dumadating po dun sa point na ako yung nawawalan. Kaya ako ang naghahanap ngayon dahil kailangan ko. Sabi ko, tama pa ba 'to? Kung gano'n. Ayun po yung kaya sabi ko nakaka-relate ako sa kanya ngayon. Pagka merong dumating ngayon na sabi ko pero parang nandun pa rin yung guilt na hindi ko po maalis. na merong lalapit, 2 times na po siya na yung nanay niya may sakit, siya ay may tumor na hindi makabili ng gamot, na kailangan niyang bumili ng gamot. Lagi na po kasi yun parang pamilya ko na siya o parang pamilya na ako. Pagkakailangan, eto na siya sa akin, tatakbo na, ganun. Tapos, sabi ko, nagkataon, siguro sabi ko, yung hindi siguro coincidence ito, kung hindi ito, isang experience na meron ng tinuturo sa akin. Kasi, nung lumapit siya sa akin, nagkataon, talaga naman pong yung pera ko, hindi ko pwede ibigay sa kanya. Kasi, kailangan sa akin, kailangan dito, kailangan ko, dahil hindi ako ay yung pension ko naman, hindi naman siya everyday. Siyempre, naka-budget yun pagka dumating. So, hindi ko siya nabigyan. Ngayon, sabi ko, ibablock ko na ba to? Sabi sa isip ko, kailangan ba i-block ko na siya para hindi na ako matrouble? Kasi, pagka umano, nagigilty, hindi ko alam kung bakit, pero sabi ko, ba't ako kailangang mag-guilty? Meron siyang problema, may asawa siya, may pamilya siya, bakit ako ang siyang kinukonsensya? Kasi pagka nagte-text, nandun yung konsensya na parang kinukonsensya ako na para ba yung mamamatay na siya pag hindi siya nakainom ng gamot, yung ganon. Yung ganon po yung pagka nagte-text. Sabi ko, buti pa nga kako siya, meron siyang GCash, ba't ako walang GCash? Kasi pagka humihingi, ipapadala sa GCash niya. Nag-iisip yung isip ko, buti ka pa nga, sabi ko sa isip ko, buti ka pa nga, may GCash ke. Doon ko pinadadala sa GCash mo. Ako nanghihiram pa ng GCash. Tapos binabayaran ko pa yung panghihiram ko ng GCash para mabigyan ka. Yung gano'n. Yun lang po yung naalala ko, nakaduktong noong sa kay Jaycon. Sabi ko, kaya nag-iisip ako. Sabi niya kasi ngayon, napaisip din ako. So, truthful pa ba? Yun po ba yung sinasabi na hindi na dapat, na kailangan talaga makawala na ako doon, na maging matalino naman ako, wag na akong maging stupid. Kasi parang naiisip ko, I am really very stupid. Kung gano'n. So, yun lang, marami pong salamat.
Hindi ka nag-iisa, kapatid. Hindi ka nag-iisa. So, yung ating personality, hindi ba sa mahabang panahon gano'n. Kumbaga yung status ko natin gano'n, palabigay, palatulong, ano. Kaya tayo nag-aaral kasi naka-built na yun dun sa ating psyche kaya automatic na tayo nagbibigay. Kasi, naka-built-in na diyan Tapos 'pag sinira mo yung status quo mo na yun, feeling guilty ka. Pero nag-aano tayo ngayon kumbaga binubuwag natin yung dati nating personality. 'Di baga, para hindi tayo yung guilty, yung guilty na yun pagpapahirap sa sarili, 'di ba? So, binubuwag natin yung dati nating personality na hindi siya madali. Siyempre unti-unti magiging matalino kaya nga ang topic ay clear view. Meron ng kaliwanagan na natatanaw tayo, parang gano'n.
Kung mag-a-add lang po ako, tita.
Sige.
Kasi kung mag-a-add lang po sana ako ng konti pa. Kasi
Sige.
di lang tayo is nagpapakabuti rin naman.
Oo.
The root word na nagpapakabuti, mabuti. So, kagabi kasi napag-usapan namin ni Ma'am Shian yung may malaki ang kaibahan ng mabuti at mabait. Ang mabait, si Nanay Rebecca. Pero hindi siya mabuti.
Gano'n.
Ang mabait yung, kunwari meron akong, isang tao. Kunwari, may kapatid ka, tapos hingi lang ng hingi. Siyempre, mabait kang kapatid, bibigyan mo kasi yung hinihingi. Pero hindi ka mabuting kapatid kasi tinuturuan mo siyang maging palaasa na lang. So, sa case po ni Nani Rebecca, mabait siya sa kanyang kapwa. Pero hindi siya mabuti sa kanyang sarili. Kasi sabi po natin is, lagi natin hanapin yung neutral sa kahit anong aspeto ng buhay, sa kahit anong mga bagay-bagay. So, gumawa ka ng isang kabutihan sa kapwa na hindi rin makukompromiso yung sarili mo. Kasi
maganda yung binanggit mo na yan.
Anong kunyari yung nanay ko po na ito po sabi niya meron kaming business na karinderya, tapos may mga ano na kulang ang pera, tapos papakainin pa kasi kawawa naman. Natapos ang araw, di nalugi. Sino yung mako-compromise? Di yung pamilya namin. So, talaga bang nagkawa ka nun? Naging mabuti ka ba? Siyempre hindi. Kasi hindi makatwiran yung pagbibigay o yung pagbigay ng tulong, kasi lagit lagi sinasabi ang pag-ibig ay lakipan ng katalinuhan. So kapag meron kang katalinuhan, merong kalakip na katwiran ang mga pagbigay mo ng tulong. So makatwiran naman sigurong tumanggi ka kasi ikaw ang mawawalan. Kasi napakahirap dun sa totoo lang. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat.
Salamat, Jaycon. Tamang-tama yung sinasabi mo sa karanasan natin.
Salamat anak Tikon. I am beginning, nagsimula na kasi ako ngayon mag-isip-isip, and then I am really wanted to change. Ewan ko lang, siguro matagal-tagal pa rin ng konti kasi nasanay na kasi nga ako ng ganun So, hindi siguro agad na mangyayari yun. Pero, kapag kayo bukas naman yung isip ko na sabi ko, I am changing, I will try to change. Gali kong yun, talagang kinalakihan ko na kasi yun hanggang ngayon I am 74 na. So, kumbaga, na-mold ako doon sa ganung klase, kaya parang nahihirapan pa ako. Pero, hindi naman ako mag-give up na yun itry ko na makawala ako doon. Kasi nakikita ko naman ngayon kung ano yung nagiging epekto sa akin, at natatanggap ko yung sinasabi mo na pag-ibig, mabait ako, pero hindi ako mabuti kasi parang yung sarili ko ang pinagkakaitan ko, yung sarili ko ang pinagdadamutan ko, para ba yung sarili ko yung pinarurusahan ko, ganun. So, tama yun, agree ako doon. Pero, I am willing to change. Marami.
Bukas po ng umaga, titest ko po. Hihingi po ako sa iyo pambayad ng wifi. Magmamakawa po ako.
Send mo sa akin yung number ng GCash at bibigyan kita.
Love you po, Nay.
Ayan. Wey, baka meron kang maibabahagi. Nasa work ka ba? Wey. Pastor.
Opo, nasa work po ako.
Nasa work ka. Sige. Nakikinig ka lang,
Opo.
Pag meron kang maisisingit, edi medyo break lang. Oo. Pwede ka mag-break. Okay. So,
Dinaanan ko na lahat yan.
baka meron kang maidadagdag sa iyong bunso.
Naririnig niyo po ba ako? Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Sabi ko, dinaanan ko na lahat yung mga na-experience nilang dalawa. At naramdaman ko na hindi rin naman ako nag-evolve sa sarili ko. So, tama lang na nung napag-usapan namin ni Bunso yan, isa ako dun sa sinasabi niyang mabait na hindi ano, na hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Oo. So, nabanggit na po namin yan, napag-usapan na po namin yan. Isa akong member doon, kasama ni Sister Rebecca, na walang kadala-dala sa buhay. So, yun lamang po.
Ayun, pero meron dito idinugsong na kung ganun man tayo, ano, doon sa bandang huli ng 193, the evolution does not get harmed. So, hindi naman nakakaapekto kung tayo ay magbabago. O kumbaga'y yun nga, yung sinasabi natin 'pag hindi ko ginawa ay baka ako'y madamot o masamang ugali, yan. Does not get harmed, hindi maaano yung evolution natin dahil natututo na nga tayo, eh. Ayun. So, nagkakaroon na tayo ng clear view in the process ng ating pag-aaral. Clear view at hindi at, parang yung kindness na yan na napakalawak, ang ibig sabihin ay naipaliwanag ni Jayco na yung kindness na yan ay mabait ka nga, ay baka hindi ka naman mabuti. So, maganda yon. Maganda yung term na yon na ginamit. O, sige, ituloy natin. Delves, baka meron ka diyang ano, may dadagdag. Sa pagiging sobrang mabait, yan, sobrang mabait. Eh, kasi nga, eh, status ko natin yun, ako din ang ano din sa akin mabait pero parang nakakahiya na ngayon, parang nahihiya na ako ngayon tanggapin ako ay mabait. Sabi niya, "Ay, si Tita Helen mabait yan." Parang nakakahiya na kasi baka mamaya mabait ka nga hindi ka naman mabuti, 'di ba? Eh, plus and minus. Oh, sige, 194. The distance to all things as well as to himself, herself, which the human being makes his her own by means of pure observation, shows in her own experience the possibility and the happiness of the complete releasing of all that which is burdening. Yun. Yan. So, sa paggamit natin ng pure observation, ay dumadaan tayo sa ating mga experience, mga danas natin na hindi natin pinapansin noong mga nakakaraang araw. Hindi naman natin yun pinapansin, o bigay ka lang ng bigay. Wala. Kumbaga'y parang sa hangin lang, dumadaan lang sa hangin. Ngayon lang natin napapag-ukulan ang mga bagay-bagay na hinahayaan natin. Kumbaga'y halos ay normal na sa atin magbigay, hindi magpautang, hindi magbayad sa'yo, ikaw pa ang masama. Parang nagiging normal na sa ating buhay. Normal na ito, kaya gaya nga ng sabi ni Tita Sor na wala ng kadala-dala. Aba, eh, di i-break natin ngayon yung momentum na yon. Break natin ngayon yung momentum na yon na bakit natin nakita na ito ay hindi naaayon sa creational teaching, sa tamang paraan ng pagpapakabait, ay nakita ng ating sarili dahil doon nga sa clear view. Clear view, malalaman ba natin yon kung hindi natin ito napag-aralan? Dahil magpapatuloy yung ating happiness, and then na-stress ka o uulit-uli yung buhay mo, masisiyahan ka na namang magbigay, and then ang kasunod nun ay stress, ibig sabihin na hindi na nababalanse yung ating emosyon, yung ating pag-iisip, walang balance. Kaya nga ang pag-aaral natin ay may kasamang balance, balansehin natin dahil mahalaga ang ating buhay, mahalaga yung ating pagpapapino, pagpapakapantas, mahalaga yun ang sinasabing ng mga espiritistang patungo sa Diyos sa pamamagitan ng karunungan at pag-ibig. Yung karunungan yun, yung tinatalakay natin ngayon, karunungan ito. Yan, the own experience, the possibility and the happiness of the complete releasing. So magkakaroon talaga tayo ng complete kapayapaan at kaligayahan, releasing o kung ano yung nagba-burden sa atin, yung nagbibigay sa atin ng stress, ng anxiety, pagkabigo, pagsisisi, guiltiness, yun. So, yung positive and negative na yan na nararanasan natin ay nakakatulong sa atin dahil ito ay mga burden sa ating paglalakbay sa mundong ito. Sige, next, 195. It shows with all clarity that the initially only temporary side-stepping from the world of suffering and evil leads to the fully stepping out into the world of peace and harmony, which, like an undefinable presentiment and an inspiration of highest freedom, demandingly smolder in the human being. Ulitin ko. It shows with all clarity that the initially only temporary side-stepping from the world of suffering and evil leads to the fully stepping out. Side-stepping from the world of suffering and evil leads to the fully stepping out into the world of peace and harmony, which, like an undefinable presentiments and an inspiration of highest freedom, demanding smolders in the human being. Wow, bigata. Sinong kaya? Nababasa mo, Jaycon? Sige, mauna ka muna. O, baby.
Sorry, I just came on. I just was really tired. But what page are we on? What were we on?
Yeah, we are on page 254. Andun na kami
Okay.
sa stanza 195.
Okay.
Medyo mabigat yung topic and hope you can help us.
Okay.
Nasa 195 na kami.
Okay.
Clear view. Ang
Mhm.
topic is clear
Yeah.
view.
Mhm.
Thank you for catching up.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Why? That's why I didn't hear my alarm, because for some reason it was wrong. The alarm that I put in. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. Oh.
I have been there also. Oo. Would you like to read it again?
Okay, 254, line 195. It
Yeah.
shows with all clarity that the initially only temporary sidestepping from the world of suffering and evil leads to the fully stepping out into the world of peace and harmony, which, like an undefinable presentiment and an inspiration of highest freedom, demandingly smolders in the human being. Let's see.
or maybe if it is hard to explain, maybe we can read up to the rest of the topic 196 up to 197 para makadagdag paliwanag. Kasi baka related yung 196 at saka 197. It's easier to explain.
Okay.
Sige, basa. Okay.
196. This highest seal may still be something very far for the human being, but through the inner experience, by means of his or her pure observation, suddenly it will not be entirely foreign to him or her anymore. Rather, all at once, it will be somehow familiar and calming. 197. It begins to become a certain form of familiarity to the meditation practitioner, wherethrough it awakens a positive power of attraction in him or her, which could not develop if it was something purely abstract that does not correspond to anything in his or her own experience.
Can you give an insight?
Well, from what I understand, it's something that you that has to be a lived experience in order for it to be relevant or useful to you, you know. And then so because you can't know what you yourself have not experienced, you know. Otherwise it's just really you're trying to grasp something that is abstract and not really hinged on reality, your life. That's what matters, and what your observations are for yourself. So that's the way I understand it.
Okay. So in our previous discussion, Jacob made an example na if we are always giving to other people, no, na we don't know how to say no, even if we sacrifice ourselves at yung humingi ng favor sa'yo natutulog lang ng mahimbing, ikaw naman napupuyat dahil humingi siya ng favor sa'yo. And then napag-iisip-isip mo na you are nasa-sacrifice, nako-compromise yung peacefulness mo, yung pagre-rest mo sa sarili just to give yourself to others. And then it will come a time, gaya ng example din ni Sor, na dumarating yung time na naibigay mo na lahat and then ikaw pa rin yung masama, ikaw pa rin yung babalikan ng parang nakalimutan nila yung mga mabuting ginawa mo. And then ayun, and then gagawin mo ulit. Parang hindi ka nadadala. It become a routine in your life na hindi tayo nadadala. Magbibigay pa rin, magpapahiram pa rin, hindi tayo makasabi ng no dahil yun nga yung explanation kanina na we have our old personality na hindi tayo makawala doon sa old personality dahil pag binago natin may guiltiness na mangyayari. Pero maganda yung explanation ni Jacob na yes, mabait ka nga kasi ang term natin doon sa pagbibigay is mabait pero hindi ka mabuti. So maano yun nakakagising yun, nakakagising ng awareness natin yun. Mabait ka nga pero hindi ka mabuti. Bakit? Kasi yung ginawa mo magbibigay sa'yo ng stress and anxiety and sadness pati. Parang malulungkot ka kasi parang yung ibinigay mong kabutihan sa kanya, kabaitan, yun ang ibinalik sa'yo. So, malulungkot tayo. And yeah, so in the process ng magandang paliwanag niya na magigising tayo, we will start to change ng ating personality dahil nasa psyche na natin yan parang automatic tayo na hindi tayo nadadala pag may lumapit uli o bigay uli. And the same cycle yung nangyayari. So kung i-break natin itong cycle na ito, it's fine. Kahit pa sa next move natin meron pa ring guilty na konti. Pero kung patuloy at patuloy nating ginagawa ito, mawawala, maki-clear ang lahat. At magiging familiar na ito sa atin and calming. 'Yun. Mararating din natin yung kapayapaan dahil yung kabutihan naituturo natin doon sa pagsasabi natin ng no, naituturo natin and naituturo natin at gano'n din ang gagawin nila sa iba. Kaya lang ang tanong ko, kailangan ba natin na mag-explain lagi sa mga tao why we say no?
No, I think we should just be truthful every time. And you should never do things out of sacrifice. You should always do things out of love and joy. And so if you don't feel like doing it, you shouldn't do it because then you are not also respecting yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is an example. Okay, this is an example. Okay, so say somebody cooks. Wait, let me just turn off my fan. It's too loud. Okay. All right, this is an example, okay? My own experience with my own wife when we're cooking and stuff like that. So I know she's good with a barbecue and stuff. She has her own feel, but if she cooks something and then she's asking me how it is, I always tell her the truth. Or if I don't like something, I'll tell her. And it's not because it's just being honest and true. And you know why? When you really look at it, if you don't tell the truth, and then also you're saying, oh, it's delicious, it's nice, which is not true, she'll keep cooking it. And who's gonna suffer in the end? You, because you weren't truthful in the first place. And things like that. One should always be honest. And then also when you think about it, for example, you're also like a tree. So you should also give, the fruits like a tree, like creation. Good. It doesn't judge. It feeds both so-called good or bad people. But there's no such thing as really totally good and totally bad. Anyway, we have a dark side. Everyone has a light and dark side. And that's what you're working on to bring into the light. So hopefully you'll be more like creation and truly happy in giving. See, when you're, so that's how it is. Like, I know with myself, my happiness actually comes from giving. Now, if I'm like tired or stuff like that, then I rest and don't, and that's okay. I'm saying so there shouldn't. Then that way you really feel totally free to be authentic with yourself and with others. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to. You just be. Just be and be. You're genuine that way, and that's how you just. And also with friends, like me, you don't need a whole bunch of friends to be Miss Popular. You just need the people that you you can really be honest with and be yourself with, and then that's really the path to true happiness and contentment and joy, and that's the way to live. That's my perspective on things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
See, don't
Nice.
you think so? Don't you think so? Sometimes you just don't tell the truth. You should always stick to the truth. When you stick to the truth, you can't go wrong. The truth will really set everybody free, and that's the bottom line when it comes to day-to-day life and living.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then it's part of creation. That's why mothers, you can't say that, oh, you don't want that's the only sacrifice that comes into play actually, is when for example a child that keeps you up at night crying this and that and stuff. That's your sleep is compromised, but that's what it takes. That's the hard part of raising children, and that's but that is where you have the exception, because the mother, you're tied into. That's the closest relationship that you could have with any human being, to have actually a human being inside of you, and that's a big honor and that's a big responsibility. And so it all the powers actually in women. You just choose. You just don't open your legs to anybody and then overpopulate the earth. And there has to be something that is more than just lustful things, that when you're bringing life into the world, the power is there. Women always do have that power, and so you should really be responsible for it. And it's important for, especially for young women, before they even think about having babies, is to be able to make it so that they could care for themselves and who they're bringing into the world. Because the fact of the matter is, there's no assurance that the husband or wife or whoever you're plan to have a child with will also survive. And you may have to be the one to fully care for what you bring into this world. So that is really a big responsibility and gift, to be part of creation and being basically the gateway to this world and this reality and dimension.
Mhm. Yeah, right.
And if you also observe things, it's just humankind that's we bring things upside down, because actually in the natural world, it's the women that actually are the judges that decide, and then the men are the ones that are colorful and stuff, because they have to be the ones to attract the female. If you study birds, for example, the males are usually the more colorful, have the more colorful plumage. Why? Because the women are the ones that are actually bringing life, and they're like the judges that sit there. It's really funny, but it's true. And then they said, okay, so then what's promoted is the best in the kingdom. And then women, that's why, like in a pride, the women help one another. They're the ones that are the hunters actually, and bring life. And then the lions are the ones that just sit pretty and look, and they protect. Yeah, they protect the pride. That's what they're used for, like they're like the guardians. But the women are the ones that have, same with elephants. It's also maternal. Everything is maternal. And then we're going to get back to that ways. That's why in the future, the the true power of women will rise. And it's only when women can be truly free that men also can be happy and free. You see, and then that's when, and women help one another when they give birth, and they help one another, and they love one another too. And that's why it's okay, but we're still far beyond that time when, because of religion, they instill in the world that it has to be, only, one man, one woman, like that. You're not
There's
really
no
at that level.
equality.
Yeah, you don't, it's not yet there. But once it's there, then everything will be another golden age, because the golden ages usually involve something maternal. That's why the world is in a destructive phase right now, because all that we're doing, because it's raping and plundering the earth, and not and be fruitful and multiply, and that's all because of the religious bullshit. And then we don't know what it's doing, that impacts on the planet and on plant life, and also how do you call this, animals. These are sentient beings too, and they're inhumane. I'm not saying, I eat meat also and stuff like that, but the animals should be treated in a more humane manner, because they're also beings of earth. And that's why there's a rise in illnesses and stuff, because of the pollution that we create, on this planet. There's a lot, so just, yeah, so that's what my thing is on it. There's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, with regards to that equality, pero nag-i-start na ngayon na yung lalo sa husband and wife na nagiging equal na rin unti-unti, kasi umabot pa ako dun sa hindi equal. Kumbaga nasa bahay lang ako, hindi ako nagwo-work, naglo-look after ako sa household, sa lahat-lahat, and then yung husband ko ang provider, na walang kaalam-alam ni magluto ng ano ba ang alam lang niya, magsaing lang at magprito ng ng itlog, yun lang. At nabanggit ko na ito na 'pag Mother's Day sabi niya, "Huwag ka ng gumising ng maaga." Yun ang regalo ko sa'yo, yung hindi ka gigising at magluluto ng almusal. So yun lang ang alam niya, yung magluto ng sinaing sa rice cooker na napakadali pa rin, and then magpiprito ng itlog. Wala na siyang ibang alam sa kusina, yun lang. 'Pag kinukuwento ko 'to sa aking mga anak, sabi, "Wow, mama, yung asawa niya, nakikita ko talaga yung generation ngayon ng mga bata, talagang equal ang role nila sa bahay. Talagang nag-aalaga din ng bata, bumubuhat ng mga baby yung lalaki, and then naglalaba rin. Basta equal, pareho sila na parehong nagluluto, kung pagod yung isa ang magluluto. Sa paglilinis ng bahay, gano'n din, ano bang panlalaki lang 'yan. Meron namang panlalaki talaga na mga gawain gaya ng mga pagre-repair, carpentry, 'yon. Pero marunong din yung anak ko sa carpentry, nagpipintura ng bahay,
Yeah,
nagba-varnish.
women can learn.
Yeah. So nakikita ko ngayon na yung equality ay nangyayari na. And they become free thinkers, yun ang natutunan ng pagiging equal. Parang parehong nabibigyan ng pagkakataon na maging free thinkers pareho, yun. Siguro sa atin gano'n din na, mapapalaya tayo doon sa one-sided lang, one-sided, bias,
Yeah, that's why.
nagiging
So,
oo.
women also have to learn to take care, of their bodies, and also to be strong. It's natural to be, because they're saying, oh, I know, because when I was young, I was very tomboyish, and then my dad had his own ideas that, so that, oh, you can't show how that you're smart with guys. They always have to feel they're smart, or like feed their ego and stuff like that, or you can't be, playing too much and be too boyish and this and that, and so many rules that I found very inhibiting, and kind of it built up a resentment in me, because for me, I didn't see why I should be treated, or for, like, for example, I found more fascinating the toys of the boys, like like I wanted the chemistry set, and instead I was given a doll, which I thought was pretty stupid, which all it did was P and E, Betsy Wetsy. So I gave it to my sister. But things like that, they don't really listen to you. So, now that I'm older, I just bought myself for my own gift a chemistry set, because I was good in chemistry, and actually, when I think about it, that's what I should have done. But nursing, I'm happy with nursing, because because what I did was that one of the best things I did as a nurse was revive my dad, do CPR for him, which bought him some time, like about a month, between my sister and myself. We did CPR on him before the firemen came, and we were able to bring him to life. So that's one, I think everybody should actually learn how to do CPR, so you could also really not feel helpless and be able to save a child, from choking or drowning and stuff like that. I mean, things like that are practical things to know.
Mhm. Yeah. So, balik tayo dun sa topic natin. It shows with all clarity that the initially only temporary sidestepping from the world of suffering and evil leads to full stepping out into the world of peace and harmony, which like an undefinable presentiments and an inspiration of highest freedom. Yon, nagbibigay sa atin ng complete freedom, yung napalaya, 'di ba? Kung natutunan natin na magpalaya tayo sa ating sarili, automatic na nagpapalaya din tayo sa ating kapwa. Gaya nung yun ngang relationship ng husband and wife, parang hindi niyo na sinusundan na yung babae, andiyan lang sa bahay na magsilbi sa pamilya. So, kumbaga, palayain natin ang mga nanay na gano'n. Although masarap ang pakiramdam, nakaupo ka lang, upo ka lang sa lamesa, nakaluto na si nanay. Pero on the other hand, palayain din natin si nanay. Do our role, magsikap tayo na one day hindi naman siya yung nagluluto, and then ikaw yung mag-aral magluto, ikaw yung magbigayan ba. At napakalaking kaligayahan para sa isang nanay na yung asawa niya, nagsisikap magluto na hindi naman siya lahat. Gano'n din naman sa isang banda na 'pag ang lalaki ang naghahawak ng pera, hindi mo na din alam, pinapaubaya mo na rin sa kanya yung accounting, ano ba yung budgeting. Kasi 'pag ang asawa, sa akin nangyari 'yan, na ipinabahala ko lahat sa asawa ko dahil siya yung may business, siya yung naghahanap buhay, ako ay nasa bahay lang. Parang hindi ko din napabayaan ko din na to look after sana. Nag-o-audit din ako sa kanya na, "O teka, eto ba yung kinita mo for the month? O eto ba yung nagastos natin, baka overspending tayo," yung mga ganito. Hindi ko yun nagawa. So, yun ang isa sa mga regret ko nung panahon na yon, dahil nag-ano, nag-down to zero ang aming kabuhayan, kaya kami, nagkalat-kalat sa buong mundo dahil nagkanya-kanya kami ng langoy dahil talagang ground zero ang aming finances noon. So, may mistake din ako na yun ay na-learn ko sa aking buhay na hindi ako lang. Kailangan talagang may equality role sa isang pamilya. Pati mga anak mo meron ding mga roles sila na related sa kung ano yung ikauunlad ng family as a whole. Parang alam din nila dapat kung ano ba yung nangyayari, well-informed sila na, ganito na, 'wag nating isiping, mga bata pa 'yan, hindi nila alam 'yun, hindi nila no, kasi yung generation ngayon nakikita ko 'yan sa mga anak ko. Sinasabi dun sa mga anak, 13 years old pa lang o 10 years old pa lang alam na yung nangyayari sa pamilya, and then nagkakaroon ng urge yung bata, nagkakaroon ng desire yung bata na tumulong. Ano ba ang mai-shi-share ng isang bata doon sa problema, gano'n. Mapera nga lang yung mga malalaking mga problema, pero ang alam ko talagang sinasabi din nung aking anak dun sa ano, kaya nagugulat ako na napaka-matured, napaka-ano yung pananaw sa buhay ng isang bata na at her young age, kaya na parang nakakayanan niya, maganda nga yung mga judgment niya minsan na nagugulat kami na yung judgment ng bata ay parang nalu-look up namin na ang ganda naman ng kanyang ano. Pati yung 8 years old gano'n din. So yun nga, ano natin yung world peace and harmony. 'Pag ginawa natin 'to, nagko-contribute tayo siyempre sa world peace and harmony na natutulungan natin na if we say no, hindi naman natin palang kailangan magpaliwanag. Kasi yung iba, hindi ako yung halimbawa nanghiraman 'no, pero ito ginagawa ko na noon. Pagka may nanghihiram sa akin at sinasabi kong wala, hindi ko na sinasabing, kami ay bumili ng bahay, yung mga gano'n. May binayaran akong malaking gano'n, parang nagre-reason out ka, immaterial naman sa kanya yon dahil yung naka-focus siya sa pangangailangan niya. Hindi siya naka-focus doon sa kung ano man yung ini-reason out mo kaya hindi mo siya binigyan. Immaterial yun, sa kanila. So, hindi pala natin kailangan na magpaliwanag kung bakit hindi natin siya pinagbigyan, gano'n. Basta sabihin lang in a nice way na gano'n, na this time, hindi ko mapapagbigyan kita. Siguro mapag-aralan natin kung paano natin ito sasabihin in a respectful way at mako-convince siya na hindi mo siya napagbigyan. Kumbaga hindi magkakaroon ng galit sa'yo. Although kung magalit man siya, ay hindi na part 'yon ng nung nung damdamin natin. Kasi kanya 'yun, Yung sa atin, sana malinis sana yung mawala sana yung guiltiness na hindi tayo nagbigay. 'Yun. Anything.
Ate,
So sinabi
share
oo.
ko lang po. Dahil dun sa binasa niyong 195, ang pagkakaunawa ko po, since na ang pinag-aaralan natin ay meditations, based on meditation
Mm,
naman po, i-relate
mm,
natin. Kasi usually, ang nire-relate natin is about life, yung kung ano yung present status, yung mga ganito. So, ang pagkakaunawa ko sa 195, dahil meditation siya, at lalo na't sinabi dito kung mag-i-stepping down lang naman tayo temporarily, hindi ba kapagka nagme-meditate tayo, itinuturo sa atin yung, pure observation, yung mga step by step
mm,
mula sa simula,
mhm, mhm,
dahil nasa clarity na tayo, so nakaposisyon na tayo, nasabi na yung mga, first 3 step ng ano. So, dito sinasabi niya na yung pagse-step aside natin ng temporary lang, which is ginagawa natin, 'di ba yun, na gano'n ang process. 'Di naman tayo 24 hours na move o nakaalis dun sa gano'ng process ng pagme-meditations, 'di ba?
mhm,
So,
mhm,
parang ilalabas mo yung sarili mo, stepping out sa mundo ng suffering, ng evil leads, parang gano'n. Tapos dun mo na makikita yung peace and harmony kasi nga nade-define mo na ng husto yung, yung process na kaya
mm,
nagkaroon ka na ng highest freedom, something na
mhm,
pati yung highest seal nararating mo na, something na gano'n.
mhm,
Ito lang po yung parang pinaka, naiintindihan ko diyan sa 195-96. It's not really everything is related sa mga ano natin, base experience, problem. Kasi naka-focus tayo dito sa book natin ay Introduction to Meditations. Yun lamang po.
mhm. Thank you. Oo, tama 'yun. Lagi nating iisipin na tayo ay, ah, nili-lead natin ang ating mga sarili to meditation. Kaya ito ay mga introduction, mga paraan, process, how. can we jump into meditation itself? Yun.
Yeah, because like when it comes to what's this peace? Talking about peace on the planet, we should look no further than within ourselves, really, because we cannot expect it from the outside happening if we don't have it inside of us. So that's why this meditation is actually the way to not only that peace but also to your self knowledge and understanding, and that's where you open the gateway towards impulses that will help guide you along towards your goals, your seal. So that's and in order to achieve that, you really have to be clear and see things unfiltered through, get rid of beliefs and all of this stuff that will keep you from actually seeing the truth.
Ayan. So basahin ko uli yung 197. It begins to become a certain form of familiarity to the meditation practitioner, wherethrough it awakens a positive power of attraction in him/her, which could not develop if it was something purely abstract that does not correspond to anything in her own experience. So, in the process nga, ay kaya natin ito pinag-aaralan ay yun nga, yung kailangan marating natin yung tamang pananahimik, yung ating meditation, yung ating pag-connect sa ating sarili. At on the way, kung ito ay nagsisync na sa atin, yung pure observation, pure attentiveness, clear view, ay nagigising yung positive power of attraction natin sa ating mga sarili, which could not, na hindi ito mangyayari if it was something purely abstract. Kumbaga, ano lang siya, isang pure abstract, ibig sabihin malabo. Hindi, although na may alam na tayo something, pero hindi maliwanag, kaya nga clear view that does not correspond to anything in our own experience. Kaya nga bantayan natin ang mga karanasan natin sa buhay, makita natin yung clear view, ano ba ang role natin, ano ba yung hindi natin ginawa, ano ba yung mga ginawa natin in an intelligent way. Yung knowledge na nakukuha natin dito sa pag-aaral ay align ba siya? Naka-align ba? Yun nga ang bigla nating maiisip na, teka, parang hindi tama, parang ganon. Nagkakaroon tayo ng clear view, nagigising tayo ng kusa na parang hindi na tama itong ginagawa ko, parang ganon. Pero ito na yung ginagawa ko mulat sa Paul. Parang ang ano na yung cycle nga. Sinasabi ko na cycle na paulit-ulit na lang. So breaking the cycle ng ating personality is a form na nag-i-evolve. There is evolution na nangyayari. Although sinasabi ng iba na yung the word na malupit ang pagdadaanan natin dahil yung pag-change ng ating personality, yung hindi siya madali dahil yung ating psyche ay naka-form na ganun na yung psyche natin, automatic sa ating subconscious yun ang ating gagawin, and then all of a sudden magigising tayo, teka, hindi ito tama. Hindi ito tama. So, yung positive power ay nagigising sa atin, and ipagtuloy-tuloy lang natin kasi hindi naman agad-agad, nagagawa natin ito. Bumabalik, yun nga, paminsan-minsan bumabalik pa rin yung dati nating nakasanayan. And then, yun nga, yung unti-unti na yun, it will come to reality na makakarating din tayo sa creational teaching of enlightenment. Jaycon? Mahirap yung bang pagka nag-aano tayo, yung nag-aaral tayo at then sharing and then kung paano magsi-sink in sa atin, paano natin mai-a-apply dahil malakas ang hatak ng pamumuhay natin in the past, pamumuhay natin ngayon na binabago natin, 'di ba? Na ako talagang ang dami kong nai-encounter na ako ay nahihirapan. May mga bato, kumbaga, may bumabalik sa akin na halos, mawawalan ako ng pag-asa. Teka, dahil you are determined to live your life na natutunan mo ngayon, the way to live, hindi naman siya nga madali. So, ang daming hindrance diyan sa kapaligiran mo dahil hindi sila sanay sa'yo na gano'n ka. Hindi sila sanay. So, nandiyan yung mga pambabato sa'yo na ganito, gano'n. Dahil parang yung emotion mo, nababago. Hindi na yung basta, kayo na yung makakapagsabi nung kung ano man yung dinaranas natin sa pang-araw-araw nating buhay. Ang next topic natin ay clarity of knowledge. So, maganda rin ito dahil kung ano yung ating natututunan, ano ba yon? At meron siyang 4 na klase ng clarity of knowledge pa man din, ha. Hindi lang basta clarity of knowledge kundi 4. Clarity of knowledge about the purpose, ano ba yung ating motive, 'no? Clarity of knowledge about suitability, o yun. Okay ba yun? Dahil yung knowledge ay napapag-usapan natin na ito ba ay sa tamang panahon, tama bang kahit righteous tayo, i-a-apply natin all the time, yun. So, clarity of knowledge in the meditation field, yan. At clarity of knowledge of the unblindedness. Very interesting. So, anything more sa iba, kapatid na baby?
Opo, dun lang po sa part na nung ako po kasi sa experience ko, nung ako po nagsimula na magsanay na manahimik o kaya yung mag-concentrate o mag-meditate. Yun po yung naging alternative ko mula noon hanggang ngayon. Yun po yung ginagawa kong alternative. Pagka po may nararamdaman ako na hindi maganda, halimbawa sa katawan ko, may nararamdaman ako na I'm not feeling well, meron akong nagiging sama ng loob, parang gusto kong magtampo, gusto kong magdamdam, gusto kong maghinanakit. Ayoko pong mauwi siya to the point na mahalinhan siya ng galit, mahalinhan siya ng hindi maganda na magiging mabigat para sa akin. Ang naging alternative ko po, yung ako ay manahimik, yung ako ay umugnay, doon sa lakas na magbibigay sa akin para maalis. Yung gusto kong maramdaman na alam ko hindi magiging maganda para sa akin, lalo na kung ito ay mauwi doon sa ako'y magagalit. Ayoko po kasi nang nagagalit, kaya yun ay isang temptation na nasa akin na pag dumadating yun, so nag-isip ako noon na ano ang kailangang maging alternative ko, kasi ayoko po noon ayoko nang nagagalit ako at ayoko nang magagalit ako kasi ayoko nang makakasakit ako ng damdamin ng kapwa ko, ayoko nang ako magiging dahilan na makaka-trouble sa kanya. So, ang ginawa ko pong alternative at lunas sa sarili ko, yung concentration, meditation. Pag nararamdaman ko na yun, magsisimula na po ako na pakalmahin yung sarili ko, na yung isip ko, gumagawa ako ng parang isang larawan na doon ko ilalagay yung isip ko na isasama ko yung emotion ko para mawala yung gusto kong maramdaman na negative. So, ang lagi ko pong ginagawa, yung po bang scenery, yung nature, yun yung kinukuha ko ng isip ko, pati yung emotion ko, dinadala ko doon sa nature. Lalo na po yung gustong-gusto ko po yung dagat, na yung parang nakikita ko yung blue, yung asul na tubig sa dagat, yung pagdalo niya ng marahan. Then, yun po yung gusto-gusto ko makita. Kaya yun po yung aking ginagawa sa sarili ko na doon ko inilalagay para po ba yung ibinabato ko yung negative na emotion na gustong kumawala sa akin. Na through sa mind ko, nagpo-focus ako, ipino-focus ko na lahat doon ko, sabi ko, o sige, diyan ka lumagay. Yan ang pagdalhan mo. Nagsasalita yung isip ko na, o diyan ka lumagay, diyan kita ilalagay para magkaroon ka ng peace, para magkaroon ka ng harmony, para yung pag-iinit at silakbo ng damdamin mo mawala. So pagkatapos ko pong masabi yun, ilalagay ko na po yung sarili ko sa pinaka-quiet, pinakatahimik na kaya kong abutin. So, wala na po ako nung iniisip, inaalis ko, hindi na ako nag-iisip dahil ang alam ko, doon ko siya ilalagay ibabato ko siya doon Kaya, pagka po unti-unti, inilalagay ko yung sa maaabot ko na pinakatahimik na kalagayan ng sarili ko. Doon ko po ngayon siya inilalagay. At kapag ka po yung nagsasaksid ako, unti-unti nararamdaman ko, para po ba yung init, parang ako'y naliligo, na nawawala yun, napapalitan siya ng nagiging presko pakiramdam ko, yung ganun, hanggang sa maramdaman ko po na lahat wala na. Nasa peace na ako, quiet na ako, nakalma ko na yung sarili ko, yung emotion ko, naibalik ko na doon sa dati na tahimik ako, kaya masaya na ulit ako. Yun po yung ginagawa ko. Hanggang ngayon, ginagawa ko po yun. Dahil alam ko na magbubumerang sa akin yun Kaya ayaw ko po nun Dahil ayaw ko po kasi na makita nila na ganun. Pero may times naman po na kung kinakailangan, pinapakita ko sa kanila na nagagalit na ako. Gusto ko nang magalit. Po. Pinapakita ko na. Pinasadya ko po yung kasi baka isipin nila na baka isipin po ng ibang tao o ng aking kapwa na dahil tahimik ako, hindi ako kumikibo, kahit kailangan ko magsalita, hindi ako magsasalita. Yun po yung part na aking hindi ko sinusunod yung ginagawa ko. Kung hindi ang kailangan, magsalita ako. Kung kailangan ko magsalita, kung kailangan ko ipaliwanag yung sarili ko, kung kailangan ko sabihin sa kanila na yung sinabi nila sa akin, yung ipinakita nila sa akin, ay nakapagbigay ng pagdaramdam sa akin, nakapagbigay ng sama ng sa akin, binu-voice out ko po yun. Then after that, na ma-voice out ko sa kanila, babalik uli ako doon sa aking concentration, sa aking meditation, kasi ayokong maiwan yun eh. Ayokong parang may footprints na maiwan sa akin yun. Ang gusto ko talagang pagka mawala siya talaga, na maging normal ako, masaya ako, nakangiti ako. So, yun po yung gusto ko. Ganun po yung ginagawa ko sa buhay ko. Mula noon, nang ako'y matuto, nagsanay ako hanggang ngayon, ginagawa ko po yun. Kaya yung pong hindi po masyadong nagtatagal, kung meron ako ng stress, meron ako ng pain, nandun siya pero hindi siya nagtatagal. Naaalis siya dahil nga po doon sa aking pananahimik na nakasanayan ko na. At siyang parang naging parte na ng buhay ko. So, yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. So, sa nabanggit mo, kapatid, parang may biglang pumasok din sa akin na may mga tao na naiinggit sa kabaitan ng kanyang kapwa. Kumbaga'y ang dating sa kanila ay napaplastikan sila kasi imposibleng lagi kang mabait, imposibleng hindi ka nagagalit, imposibleng nandun ka lagi sa positibong kalagayan at yung inggit na yon ay talagang ide-dare ka na ikaw ay magalit. So, anong ating gagawin pagka gano'n? Dahil hindi ba ito pumapasok sa harmony? Bakit nagkakaisip sila na gano'n na o pinapakialaman natin kung ano yung naiisip niya at ang atin lang iniisip ay yung ating sarili. So, in harmony ba tayo? Kasi anong ating gagawin? Kasi nakita ko 'yan, eh, may kasamang inggit na ayaw nila na lagi tayong mabait, yung consistent ginagawa na tayo ng ano, mabait pa rin, ayaw nila nung gano'n. Parang tayo na plastic na tayo pagka gano'n. Hindi na totoo na lagi kang mabait. Kailangan kung ikaw, eh, napakaliwanag na iniinsulto ka o minumura ka na, wala ka
Oh,
pa
you have
ring
to,
reaksyon. So
you
what
have to
can you
speak up.
say about
No,
it?
you speak up. You be the truth. You call it out. You need to call it out because then you could also help them that way. People who are unhappy, like they because they don't understand it, their worldview, and it could be also their own experience. So you need to free them from whatever beliefs they have about themselves or about you, in particular, especially if you feel you're being roasted or what, you know. They're trying to get your goat, or in other words, trying to prod you into being unhappy too.
Yeah,
Misery
yeah.
misery loves company, right? So they're miserable in their world. They're not happy unless everybody is unhappy. There are people like that, yeah. But you just have you need to call it out in order to neutralize it. You need to call it out. If there's someone saying, you need to just face it, and not be afraid, because you're also helping them in the way to understand themselves. Because there are some people that do not have that ability to actually look into themselves. They don't have the skill to gain insight into their own selves. And if you know the way, and you have to try to show the way, and then, so for me, and that's why the best the best way to do it is by example, right? Actions speak louder than words, and then they can understand, and then you just explain why, the truth, and you just say why, what it is, what is it that enables you to give, for example. And then for me, and it's funny because my sister, who ended up dividing our family because she became I guess greedy and stuff like that, there was at times she always felt that why was I always so lucky? But you know what? You actually create your luck. You become magnetize. You become magnetic actually, and people will come to you because you're showing the light within you. You're like a lighthouse. So those that are lost along the way will naturally gravitate towards you. It's almost because like they're the opposite, and they also seek, because you have to remember that there is a spark, no matter how dim it is, within them,
Pero,
that also
yeah,
seeks
pero,
the light. Seeks the
yeah,
light.
pero Cynthia,
Hmm.
pag nag-speak up ka, parang ang dating naman sa kanila is nagpi-preach, which nata-turn off din sila.
Oh,
Nagta-turn off sila. Kasi yung pag-speak up mo, ang dating sa kanila, nagse-sermon ka or nagpi-preach ka, tinuturo mo na hindi naman nila tanggap yon. So, better na to speak up or kasi
no,
sabi
no,
mo
you
mag-speak.
have to say to them,
No.
well, you too can be powerful. You too can pray. Because they sometimes, okay, this is in my because there's still loss, for example, in religion, okay? And then that's why the Nocodemian prayer and the Emmanuel's prayer, which is the basis actually of the Lord's Prayer or the Our Father, is what's really powerful. And they say, why is it that but when I pray, my prayers get answered, but when they pray, they don't get answered. And that's only because they're still using the prayer that was that is not the true prayer, that really, when you're asking for bread, you'll be given bread instead of stone or nothing. You know what I'm saying? That you have, this is where you actually, and the only way you could have the power to share that is when you know it really works for you. I mean, how can you say something and it'll speak for itself, and that's how the truth, even no matter how slow it takes, will find the light in the light. It will come out in the end. So, and there's some people, because of religion, for example, and then they pray, someone is sick and they pray, and then it's not working, and then the person dies, and then or it gets worse, and then they feel, oh, then they don't believe already in. So it's because they're always thinking of a power outside from themselves. Like when it comes to healing, the person that wants to be healed of whatever ailment they have to be the ones that want it in the first place. Okay, because no matter how many people are praying for you or sending you thoughts and positive vibes and all that, if you yourself do not believe or not so much believe or know or trust or have faith that you are capable of healing yourself, of course you won't be healed, because the mind has to be engaged in order to be powerful. If you want to know more about stuff like that, like for example, I'll talk about myself, like when it came to carpal tunnel nga, that with that, this was how many years back, 15, when I was still, and I'm the main breadwinner, and they said I had severe carpal tunnel syndrome, and the only solution, surgery, they said. But with that surgery is only 50-50. So there's a chance it will come back or even be worse, And I did not like those that risk. I did not like that ratio. So what did I do? So what I did, use the power of the spirit and the prayer and the recommendations, using the splint at night, because you're not aware that you could be bending it and then pinching on the nerve and all that, and also exercises, the exercises recommended. And then I felt I could do it with my mind, which is what I did. and then it's my reality. So I did not have to get that and it didn't come back. You see? So you see how powerful it is. And then you can only be convinced when you can experience it yourself. Then it's not all just blah blah bullshit talk that, la la land, new age, stupid. This is, that it's true because it's in reality. And that's how you could gain the power to know what you're talking about. And you're not preaching because it's the truth. And then, and then you shouldn't bother. If they don't believe, then that's their choice. You shouldn't feel
Okay.
because if you start feeling bad, then it's an ego thing with you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You shouldn't
Mhm.
care what they think about anybody thinks about you. You should only care about what creation thinks about you. Your
Mhm.
own relationship with creation. That's all that matters. What
Mhm.
creation thinks of you, because creation is everywhere. You'll feel the
Mhm.
power. Okay? And no one can take it away from you.
Mhm.
Once
Is it
you
o-
really have it.
is it okay to become angry?
Of course, Billy gets angry too. I've seen him angry like the other time. That is
Kasi
what do you mean? No, it's
kung
natural. This is natural.
kasi sanay na sila na hindi ka nagagalit,
Well,
pero
no. Billy
yeah.
gets angry too. Like the other,
Uh-huh.
that this happened the first time when I was there. Opie, his wife, is diba, so they feed the ones that work there, right, and stuff like that.
Mm.
And what happened was she got more, like everything that was in the garden. And of course, he'll be upset because you don't want to waste anything or get too much, just enough to what's cooked. Maybe she just wanted to have a little more, whatever. But the bottom line is, he goes, why did you, pick up all the stuff? And you cannot. You just get what you need for the day. That's enough. That things like that. Practical things. Yeah, he gets angry too. Just like Emmanuel got angry also because he gets frustrated with all the apostles during that time that don't understand him, right? And of course, it's
Uh-huh.
frustrating because they're still, yeah. So of course, it's, yeah, you can be. It's just like life. There's valleys and there's mountains. There's ups. There's downs, and that's just like our just like how do you call this, the swinging waves.
Uh-huh.
That's natural, like the sea. Goes
Mm-mm.
up and down. It can be calm. The sea can be calm, placid, like nothing's happening. It could be wild. The wind can be gentle. It can be a hurricane. It can, it's all
Yeah.
these things. So, and that's
Mm.
okay. And it's okay to
Mhm.
be tired. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be anything, actually. You just have to
Mhm.
be
Mm.
yourself.
Okay.
Then you'll be free and happy all the time because you're just being yourself, whatever it is.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Okay, thank you. I can
Yeah.
relate. I can relate, really.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't go out of your way, of course, to be cruel or to intentionally hurt someone. When
Hindi,
that's
wag lang
when
yung
you draw the line,
wag lang yung wag
you
lang yung
don't.
mang-a-attack. Kasi
Yes, you don't.
yung wag ka lang mang-a-attack ng personality, yung nagiging
Right.
personal attack. Wag lang
Yes,
gano'n,
or bring them down.
Yeah.
You can express other
Yeah.
ways, or if not, and if
Mm.
you, and sometimes if somebody is making harm to you, to try to gear you to looking for a fight, no, then you
Mm.
don't have to engage. You just be quiet and stay in yourself and don't engage. Like I for example, I really I like positive reinforcement. you know, when it comes to dealing with other people and stuff. So I only give my attention when it's something that's, you know, that's good or neutral. That's how I do it. And if it's something that I'm not engaged with, no, I just take care of yourself. No one can force you to do a fight if you don't really want to fight. You just, you know, passive resistance. There you go.
Mhm. Yeah.
I read a book or do something. I do not, I ignore. You just, you know, take care. Go into your space, meditate or whatever.
You call it character assassination. No? Kasi mas lalong magki-create ng angriness yun eh pag oo nagalit ka nga pero in-attack mo naman yung tao, yung personal niya na
Yeah, there's no
galit.
need for that. Yeah, there's no need for that. You always have to try
Yeah.
to be kind and respectful when you show the way, because they're just lost, you know. I mean to say, if you can really see beyond what is happening, and if you would always ask for guidance in order to understand someone, and then you could see all the possibilities, and then that's where you can really weigh things and become neutral positive, when you can see the whole cause and effect of things. It's all just cause and effect, really.
Yeah, okay. Any more impression sa topic natin, Jaycon, Delbert?
Pwede kang you can be brought to anger, but you
Ah.
must not hate.
Right,
Ah,
right. No need for hate, because that's like a poison to your body too, you know.
Oo, kasi walang pinagkaiba yan sa nakagapos na belief system. Hindi nga siya nanununtok, pero ang pinanalangin niya parusahan ng Diyos yung isang tao. Ibang klaseng takbo na ng isip yun. Para bang daig mo pang gustong kulamin yung tao kasi humingi ka ng invisible reaction na magkasakit o madisgrasya o maghirap yung tao. Ano na yun, twisted mind na masyado yun.
Yeah, right.
Kung nagalit ka, di nagalit ka. Kung tumingin ka ng nilatan mo, nilakihan mo ng mata o whatever, and then after 1 hour, nagkalayo na kayo, di tapos na. Kinabukasan, wala, nalimot mo na yun. Kahit magkita kayo, baliwala na sa'yo. Dapat ganun.
Mhm. Ako, ang dali ko sa ganun. Parang walang nangyari na sinasabi naman nila na hindi rin tama yung ganun. Eh, ako ang ganun eh. Parang walang nangyari.
Pero hindi mawala sa atin na minsan, meron tayong mga bagay na hindi mapatawad na tawag dito. Nagiging background noise na lang siya. Pero dala-dala pa rin natin. Pero hindi na siya kasing parang kasi yung sobrang galit at inis, nag-hate ka na, tanim ka na ng galit. Ang tawag dito. Parang nawala tuloy yung train of thoughts ko.
Parang kaya mo naman magpatawad pero hindi mo makalimutan. Meron akong case na gano'n. Napatawad ko naman, nakalimutan na ano mo na eh, hindi na material sa ano mo. Pero hindi pa rin, parang bumabalik-balik pa rin yung alaala na ginawa mo 'to sa
Tama.
akin. Oo.
Nakalimutan mo na yung emosyon mo noon, yung intense tawag to reaction mo. Pero hindi later on nandun pa rin siya as an event, pero limot mo na yung emosyon mo doon, yung galit mo doon. Pero naalala mo lang yun nung time na yun inis na inis ka o galit na galit ka. O di kaya tawag dito, may konting disappointment ka na hindi mo mabitaw-bitawan. hindi na siya galit pero disappointment na parang memory na tawag to, lingering memories
Mhm.
na di mo malaman kung negative or positive kasi hindi mo na masyadong pinapansin
Mm.
pero nare-recall mo pa rin.
Ayun nga, nababanggit-banggit mo pa, nakaraan na. Mm.
Mayroon din akong ganyang cases na kumbaga parang pinabayaan ko na lang pero hindi ko na rin kinakausap yung tao. Iniiwasan ko
Ako
na lang
din,
o
gano'n din.
di ko na pinapansin. Maghiwalay na
Oo.
yung landas natin, wala na akong pakialam sa'yo. Pati ayoko na rin lang tawag dito, makipagbati o makipagkwentuhan na sa'yo. Hindi bali na. Tapos na yun.
Meron din akong feeling na ganyan, hanggang ngayon. And then I call him, hindi na yung hindi pangalan niya yung tawag ko. Parang kung ang pangalan niya, Olive, ang tawag ko sa kanya Olivia. Kung kumbaga, hindi yung common na tinatawag ko yung pangalan, parang 'pag
Hindi na
nababanggit ko
nickname.
siya, oo,
Yung first name na
ah,
niya, hindi na yung nickname.
hindi na yung nickname.
More formal approach.
Oo. Sabi nila, galit ka pa rin dahil hindi, wala namang galit yun, Gusto ko lang tawagan na gano'n. Parang hindi na kami on, kumbaga, hindi na ako in sa kanya.
Oh,
Kaya
not to be too familiar. You know that saying, familiarity breeds contempt.
sabi nila, "Uy, may galit ka pa kasi ang tawag mo, ano ba, Vicky, Victoria." Hindi naman, kaya lang parang hindi ako at ease na tawagan siya yung lagi
Well, you
kong
just
tawag
well
sa kanya.
you're being truthful. You're being honest. You know, you're not being fake. That's how you feel about that. So don't have to even make excuse for that. That's what you feel
Oo.
comfortable at this stage. No, you're being honest, and that's and so
Okay.
then that way they could also understand that this is what you're comfortable now. They brought you to
Correct.
that point.
The other
Yeah,
words
yeah.
is ayaw mong maging hypocrite sa sarili mo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pagplastikan ka.
Always embrace the truth. Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, just like
Mhm.
in the case with our family our family nga, no, my own family, no, nagkawatak-watak nga when we got that inheritance and some got greedier than the others. And so now it's also like a matter of self-preservation. The sad part is, of course, they got our mom, you know, and then she's gonna turn 90 and we can't even see her and last because they poisoned her mind against us. And but whatever it is, the bottom line is we can't really be on the same level because there was really you know, the values and the trust are so like night and day. And because it's a matter of also self-preservation, because now that the money is, you know, is like, I think maybe dwindling down, they think we still have more money, and so we don't want to open ourselves up to even more future lawsuit or whatever that they're demanding again more money from the four of us. You know, they already took our share, some parts of our share, things like that. So it's a matter, we know the truth, we know we didn't lie, we know we wanted to follow my dad's last will and testament, and that he wanted everyone to have equal shares, and they even got more their share, but we know the truth. And so we have to console ourselves that, you know, mom is like dead to us in a way, because if she's also choosing to be with them, but on the other hand, we feel for our mom because it's like she's like a hostage basically, because she's living in the house of that sister of mine that became greedy, you know, and then got the two other siblings on her side. So bale 3 versus 4. But we have to live with that. And in the end, we know the truth will also come out. They'll have to live with their conscience and themselves. So that's the bottom line.
Mhm.
That's how we
May
can
fear May
If
fear
he is.
siguro yung mom mo kasi kasama niya. Parang inaaruga din siya ng mga kapatid mo.
Oo.
Kaya,
Well, she's
mm.
dependent on them nga eh. She's
Yes, yeah.
dependent on them for her care, to go, to help her bathe, bathroom, because it's just, diba? So we understand that. But,
Mm.
that's how it is. She had the chance to actually follow what my dad wanted, sana, so that we can all still be together. But my sister was really very narcissistic in her way. I mean, I'm the ate, but she's behaving like she's the ate all the time. And, that's what makes her happy. She wants to feel she has the power and control. But in the end,
Mm.
we really know where the power lies, I'm saying. So, anyway, that's life. So, looks like it's about time for us to say bye. How much more? 15 more minutes? Or what is this?
Ano na, lampas na tayo ng,
Oh, pala eh.
15 minutes. Oo. Okay, so,
Yeah,
ano na?
thank you so
Na,
much. And I apologize again that I wasn't able to wake up on time. I made a mistake with I don't know why I put down 2 o'clock. And then after that, I slept. I think I just stayed up till, ay nako.
Okay,
Sorry
bye-bye
about
guys, Salome.
Okay, till Friday. Till
Sige,
Friday.
salamat.
Salome!
Okay,
Salamat.
Salome.
Po, see ya!
Bye-bye. Salome
Bye.
weekend. Okay, peace meditation. Bye-bye.
See you on Friday.
Okay, all right.